Leroy, just a reminder, as far as capabilities, the Avengers are night vision only, the linebackers have thermal.
Leroy, solid copy.
Copy. On 80 knots Richard.
Leroy, establish 10-second trail. Right turn. Leroy, drop the wing top.
Probably reactive.
That copy, set again.
Preemptive infrared countermeasures.
Roger.
Come on, braking, left, pushing LZ.
Leroy.
111, 45.
Nemesis Leroy, 30 seconds.
Copy that. Get ready, guys.
Yep.
Better call is to just mirror the 30 seconds call.
We missing anybody? Delay now.
Here we go. Leroy, ready, check 9-5 SATCOM.
Check your air SATCOM.
Got you 5x5, how many over?
Copy.
Be advised, I took I think an Igla from something. I got both engines shot out. Break. We'll need recovery. I'm on the beach.
Copy. Took an Igla, engines out, pushing for recovery.
Keep it low.
On 8-0.
Leroy, 3-1 Alpha.
Leroy took possible Stinger, 1-1-1, pushing south for recovery. Affirm, team is safely on the deck. Leroy confirming you did get the team on your LC.
Leroy confirms.
Okay, I thought I was tracking as much Nemesis, just outside of your comms. You're probably in LOS.
Hey, Hart.
Hey, yeah.
What the hell happened?
I got shot by something.
Was it the painted battery?
I don't know, genuinely. I am unsure. I drew up the arrow that I received the lock from. I was wondering if it was the Patriot, but, like, that doesn't make sense, because I was just like, I'm behind fucking hills. So I was like, it must have been an Igla or something.
I'm checking the battery right now, because the battery fucking was alerted to something.
Fascinating.
But I don't know how.
I don't know how either. I was getting radar pinged from both locations, but I assumed it was just Arma being Arma.
The radar, or the Patriot battery is at full.
Okay. I assume it's one of the many Stingers then around somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't know any of them that would have been in range.
Oh well, we'll play it like it's live if you wanna. Brewski's nearly here if you wanna.
Okay.
Fucking dip.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. All in.
That was less than ideal.
Yeah. Still not entirely sure what that was.
Igla to the south of the dock, maybe?
No, it was from the northeast. I drew the approximate line of bearing that it came from.
Thanks. We'll look at it. You keep a scan out in front of the boat.
Yep.
Side, the cliffs are pretty gnarly on my side over here. Who the fuck? That was just fun. Not a... I'm not sure if flying closer to the cliff is better or flying further out to sea is better right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say probably closer. I scanned the beach both ways, and I didn't see anything that was concerning either way.
I guess it's pick your poison. Do you want to be shot by anti-air or do you want to be shot by some random beach patrol?
Yeah. we have time for a 47 recovery. There's a 60 that's hanging out down there.
Maybe I'll go do it while they're on the battalion headquarters?
Yeah, that would make sense. I think that makes sense.
Like after I do my drop at battalion HQ, then
Yeah.
that would
makes
be my
sense.
thought.
Yeah. I can clean up the surrounding area before you do that.
If they're, yeah. How smooth I'm flying.
I appreciate it. That's good.
What could possibly be the reasoning behind this?
Who could possibly know? And you ruined your cow cover, dude.
I'm gonna see. Go. Nemesis, on radio junkie through.
On Nemesis 1-3.
SATCOM.
Solid copy, Lima Charlie 95. Be advised, Nemesis dropped his SATCOM, didn't bring it with because of the nature of the domain due to weight.
Roger. Interrogative, do you have comms with Nemesis?
Not from my current position. I'm trying to pop up now and get comms.
Roger. For your essay, I swapped 4 of my kilos for November's.
Nemesis Paul on radio check intro. Oh, I'm gonna have to get so fucking grossly high to get this done. I don't like it. Nemesis Paul on radio check intro. Paul on radio check intro.
Taking a spike at C-top level from my current position, about 7 o'clock. Straight east from my current position.
I would hazard a guess that that's the Patriot radar, or that would be the most recent one. Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense, I'm heavily...
Nemesis on, got you 1 by 5. I've got him, but he's garbled. I'm gonna have to push him closer, and I really am not a fan of what's going on. Alright, I'm doing something stupid. This is 1. On, nature. Nemesis on, got you 5 by 5. I'm like 400 meters away from you, so we're pretty close. What do you need?
Hey, firm, be advised, we started our engagement. We are pushing LZ Rebel at this time. Hold 30 seconds out.
I've got him on 8-0 right now. I've got an AA piece that is about a click and a half to your southwest that I'm going to engage.
Nemesis, pawn copy, you're pushing Rebel, I'm moving to Rebel, come now.
Interrogative, what's the max range on the shorter ones?
Max range on the Avenger is like 3 to 4K, Stinger, and then plus gun.
Roger. Leroy through and popping.
Pawn and Rebel, hover pickup.
On, Nemesis, hold.
I'm tucked in the rocks here, so I'm mostly okay, but... On, all in outbound.
Leroy copies. AA piece is disabled and smoking, but not dead, right? Or correction, not catastrophic. I've marked it as yellow on attack.
Copy heard, I'm about to be focused up.
Nemesis, Leroy 8-0.
Send for Nemesis.
I've got eyes on Hades 1 moving northwest from LZ Greencoat. Over.
Solid copy. Eyes on Hades 1 moving north from LZ Greencoat.
Keep up, pushing stuff.
I'm not sure of my current orders or expectations right now. Hades is pushing northwest towards my previous crash site.
No, we're attempting to get comms, no comms due to terrain. One of them pushing comms. And off west over here, just hold on.
Yay, farm, I'm at 5K standoff, just hanging out.
Oh, you're already out to the west.
Leroy, Nemesis, go ahead and push Hades 1 pause. They're expecting you.
Leroy copies pushing Hades 1 for pickup. Interrogative, were they able to go somewhere that is mildly more conducive for an LZ?
They're
Can't
on the
relay.
front slope here, but they could probably, if they move down to the beach here, it's fine.
They can either go northeast of their current position, about 100 meters, or they can go down to the beach. The current slope is going to be too steep for me to conduct pickup. Nemesis Leroy, high copy my last.
Leroy, we're working the problem.
Leroy, roger.
They are moving.
Leroy spike from the east again.
Nemesis 1-3, we're looking to hit AP knife next break. Looks like we don't have an LZ established there.
Nemesis Squad, I can get you on the exit AP9.
Solid copy, thank you.
I previously used this.
Leroy on the deck.
Leroy, when you come out west, we're gonna need to coordinate an LZ. They want you getting as close to knife as possible.
Leroy, audible vehicles to my east-northeast.
home.
Pawn, we got flares popped and vehicles inbound on top of the expo location.
Okay, fair. Hey, with me, let's just bug out west and let's get some distance.
On right of you.
This road's gonna be
Excellent
outbound
timing.
west temporarily.
Push an AP knife, bring power plant to the south should be good enough if you can work an LZ in there.
Here we go on. Let's just bug out west to your hold and we can work a solution from there. I can push direct to knife, when you have to.
Yeah, I've got visual on it. Am I clear to rifle these targets that took the LZ? I'm gonna rifle these targets that are on the LZ. I can push to knife. Leroy, one more rifle.
Leroy, one with,
Nemesis, Leroy, have we confirmed all of the long-range AA is down at this time?
Leroy, hold.
It's fucking- Icarus, Leroy, I would prefer to conduct a sweeping engagement of all of the SHORAD before we push in, if at all possible.
copy, you wanna pop and sweep the Patriot battery down here?
Hey, firm.
Yeah, if we're good to go.
I'm gonna wait until I get confirmation that we have everything down. I'm rifle 1x November, squad 7 contact. That's not gonna help most of you.
Leroy, we hit our radar twice. One was able to hit theirs. We're confident that they're down.
Leroy copies. Leroy is going to pop and engage short range.
Solid copy, do what you gotta do.
Pawn, you still got me on 9-0? Pawn, do you only monitor 9-5 when you go on SATCOM?
I am right now because I have 10 on, yes.
That's a problem. We gotta get you monitoring all of it. I've got you on 9-0 still. I'm gonna climb a right turn to get eyes on any SHORAD break. I'm good for a push to support knife whenever you feel like it. I just want to get some SA of the AO first, if at all possible.
Copy, heard. If you wanna go ahead and do what you need to do, I'm pretty much ready whenever. If you wanna clean up some short.
Do we know where the primary SHORAD batteries are?
The other SHORAD batteries are located at the company HQ, so there'll be one also in the vicinity of 3-1 Bravo. You've killed one, there'll be a second one.
Say again?
Everything else
Both
will
comms
be
in the bird.
northeast of us. SHORAD.
Say again, 3-1 Bravo is the expectation for one, and then another one. Where else?
So you should have one battery there of 2 launchers, so there should be a second launcher in the vicinity of Leroy 3-1 Bravo, somewhere near that company headquarters.
Leroy, roger. Oop. Leroy, I've got missile. Leroy, missile.
Oh, shit.
It's coming up the Patriot battery.
My deck is on, fellas.
Well, it's nice knowing everybody. Leroy's in the drink.
Please.
Nemesis, Icarus, there's still some kind of triple layout. It looked like Patriot launches off the Patriot site. Nemesis, this is Icarus to confirm. It looked like launches off the southeast site right here. I'm gonna go into a low hover and just check the water over here. You're gonna be mid-force. I'm gonna recommend mission abort.
Sound again, last spawn.
I say again, with Leroy in the drink, it's gonna be half the force out. We're gonna be mid-force. I recommend mission abort. Up to action.
Solid copy.
I was gonna make it, dude.
Somebody didn't do their job.
Oh,
Sucks.
there we go.
Well,
I got, like, I saw the fucking event. I saw the fucking radar go. Oh wait, it was Avenger, wasn't it?
No, that
no,
was
we were outside of range for all of the short range. The only thing that could have hit me out there was some long range battery that was not properly neutralized.
Yeah, I
the-
got.
It was the southern Patriot battery. The radar was still operational. Two of the
can't
launchers
hear
were
you, Boyle.
destroyed.
I can hear
And
you.
the rest of you?
I can hear you fine.
No, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
He says
Yeah.
the radar was still operational. 2 of the launchers were destroyed.
Fuck. Okay.
That was us.
That was you guys. Yep.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, that's good training
no,
then, I
so
guess.
you
You
guys
paid the
killed
price
the
for your own
radars.
failure. You took fucking me with you, which I'm pissed about, but, you know,
Oh.
I hell.
Yeah. You said we killed the radars?
No, they're
I
so
saw the
operational.
radar explode, so
Yeah. Well, I think he
The
just.
radar has no damage on it.
Did we take
well,
out?
it took a missile, so it should. There was a fucking
Hey.
fire column.
That was not the radar. That
So
was
you
one of
guys
the launchers.
mis-ID'd whatever you shot at.
Oh shit.
Fuck. Well,
So what do we learn? Positive identification of destruction and battle damage assessment.
yeah.
Many
Cool.
words for the debrief.
Yeah, well, I assume we'll be doing something rather than just ending the mission here, so I'm gonna go get a fucking another aircraft ready. I don't know if we're gonna rerun or what the intent is gonna be. Everybody else is aborting due to min-force, so...
I'm putting in some more pouches.
Presumably we'll
That's fucking infuriating. I could have sworn I saw him hit the Patriot, but oh well.
like you definitely hit the launchers. I think the problem was they were very close. And it,
Are we gonna debrief first, I assume?
I would assume that's probably what's about to happen, yeah. I'll be in over in a second. Let me just...
Okay, well, we'll see you there then.
Hey!
I thought you said you'll be over in a second.
As in 1 second when
Oh,
I
to
plug
the
the hose
to
in.
this. Oh, okay, so that's
Yeah.
good. Heard.
That was fun. I've never had to call min force before. That was
Yeah, so per Boyle, they didn't hit the radar. They misid'd
the
what
northern
they
one?
the south one. No, it was
Oh.
the force that was with me that got shot down. They misid'd what they shot. And they took out some of the launchers, but didn't get the radar.
that'll do it.
Yep.
How many javelins did you fire, Hawkins?
3.
3.
Get a park.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
They were
I
already
only
bugging
see
out by the time
2
Shannon got there.
impacts. Yeah, I only see 2 impacts, so I don't know where the third one landed.
Aviation's all here.
Well, on some thermal target in that pace, so.
Aries, I would assume we want to debrief that before we carry on.
Presumably. I'll leave it up to Task Force Commander.
From the sounds of it, the debrief is pretty simple. The southern radar dish, for whatever reason, was not properly targeted or did not get impacted by the missile, or was not sufficiently damaged by the missile and was still active.
And then
that's,
the PID failure is the other component of that.
Yeah, seems like it.
Or just the inability to BDA the strike.
So, Falconer Connors, Falconer first, if you... It sounds like both of you possibly have an idea, but Falconer, do you know what happened there?
Looking back at the footage, it appears that the missile, I can definitely see that it is the radar, it's, the flat-faced thing. It appears the missile is hitting something in front of it, and that causes a massive fire pillar, which, yeah, you can't see through.
That
you
would
might
be
have-
the Patriot battery. That would be the launcher.
Oh, okay. Similar issue. If you're looking at the, because I looked at the actual photo intel to make sure I was targeting the correct item. And there is a Patriot battery in front of the radar dishes, and it is easy to lock onto that unless you're basically pulling your thermals up so that it can't target that Patriot battery.
Yeah.
A good debrief is reading into the imagery we have, knowing the limitations of our weaponry.
Yeah, so definitely improve knowledge of javelin targeting at long ranges. Make sure you're utilizing the intel you have to make sure you're targeting properly at those ranges. Third off, did you read the briefing, Falconer? Where I was discussing it with Brewski at the end there.
The like in PowerPoint presentation, or the thing you posted in the
The last, basically the last by Brewski and Saturday.
And, planning room.
Yeah.
Did you read the part where we're supposed to offset slightly by each other?
we did, didn't we?
No, I messaged you and you, I asked what your position is and how's your targets lining up, etc. And then you just said, your next response was that you've engaged your targets and destroyed them.
Yes.
Engaging what was, not landing wasn't supposed to be offset. That was automatically offset just by the fact that you're landing later than us, but you're also closer to your target.
Yeah.
I believe what he was saying is your engagement was supposed to be offset. Is that correct, Captain?
Correct. I guess that wasn't clear enough in the planning.
Well, here's my other question. Did you initial brief your whole task force?
I initial briefed those who said they did not understand the briefing
Okay,
already.
incorrect. We've been over
So
this
basically,
before.
no.
That is an unacceptable standard. The standard
Yeah.
is when you load in and you are about to execute the mission, regardless of who was there, regardless of who has read it, regardless of who hasn't, you give a full mission brief to your entire team so that everybody is on the same page. Yeah?
Understood. Yeah, I think everything else other than...
I have a note from an aviation standpoint.
Go ahead.
This is more for Brewski and I. We made the mistake of trusting but not verifying, and we, in trusting that the ground force accomplished their objective, put an aircraft in a non-recoverable, indefensible position. So I think going forward, when we have operations like this, it might be prudent for us to consider if there is a way that we can still accomplish our objective while verifying the strikes were complete and done correctly in a manner that doesn't overexpose the aircraft in the way that we did here. So the change I would make for this one is, rather than popping to the west where we have a significant amount of terrain obstructing line of sight to the Patriot, and it's very easily able to become exposed to that, I think it would make more sense to go to the south, where we would get more advanced notice of the fact that it was not down, and we could probably pie that and have a little bit better chance of actually surviving the engagement.
Good notes.
That's it for me.
Yep. Well,
Just a question for Nemesis. Did you drop your SATCOM for weight?
I never picked one up, but I can grab one now.
Okay, that
That was also extremely problematic trying to get comms due to the cliffs. So that was my other note.
All right. I should have verified that he had his proper equipment as well.
Cool.
Let's see. Anything additional in general from one Falconer or Connors, if you have something?
I really almost wanted to kind of get in closer just to verify it. I mean, at this range, I was trusting Falconer, and from what I saw, I thought I saw that the radar was destroyed. In this case, it was not, and I know it isn't. But I almost wonder if we should have moved in together, have one element be the spotting element to confirm, and they're up on like a higher ridge line, like maybe up here, or maybe even like moving in closer, or like down here. And then once I'm not sure if we should have stick together or we should have split apart, but I definitely should have confirmed better on my end that the actual radar was down, because at that point we just lost a pilot and a 5-man team there.
Firm. Yeah, a more successful BDA would have been helpful. And then if that was the case, we still had one JAV missile available to us. We could have landed ourselves, potentially moved in from a different direction, and possibly engaged that with our final missile. If we knew that it was still up, that could have solved the issue as well. Go ahead, Ro.
Yeah, Hawkins, I believe you said that after the radars get hit, they still spin. Is that right?
Yes,
okay,
they do.
Cool. Okay, because I think that's
as far
what
as
me
I
and
know,
Powder were
that
saying.
was an issue at the last time we tried to destroy a radar.
Okay.
Just for clarification, that's for like Soviet radars. These radars are very clearly no longer moving once they're exploded.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Me and Powder just saw some. Powder, I guess we must have just seen the battery maybe move.
So what we saw was
Possibly.
The first hit, it reacted to us and started to spin, and then there was a second hit on it, which I think was the kill shot. Just there was no plume of smoke or fire, so there's no real way of truly identifying if it was down.
Well, if you're hitting the actual radar dish, that's pretty accurate to what happens when you explode it. The only explosion would be the missile itself exploding.
Okay, to just head off the debrief, continuing from this point forward, because it is an FTX, we do have the option of rerunning components of this if it is going to provide added training value. My question, Captain Hawkins, is where you think the most training value your team is going to get for the remainder of this training. As I see it, we sort of have two reasonable options. We can rerun the southern objective sort of per the original plan. We can put 1 on the deck, put 6 on the skids, and just have you guys insert as if they were not troops in contact and had not engaged, and then you guys can take that southern battery from there. Or we can assume that if you think that there's not much training value to that, we can assume that both radars are neutralized and we can push on to the tertiary objective at this point.
I mean, let me think about that for just a few seconds here.
I mean, you can also open it up to the floor if anybody has strong thoughts or preferences.
Go ahead, Kings. Did you have a comment?
Yeah, just thought maybe for this would have been a good idea to have some sort of reconnaissance element that was already out there, looking at the thing, having a better situational awareness of the target. Then once this team comes in, destroys the thing, then they can provide BDA if they're in a much better position to see the target, instead of relying on us where we're in, just shot the rocket, and then we got to get the fuck out, like, immediately. And then once all the smoke settles, this reconnaissance element can then provide BDA, and we won't run into the situation.
I understand that. I don't think that's relevant to the current discussion at the moment. We can go over planning thoughts later.
I mean, it is a good note for the planning component.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. Powder, you had a comment?
Yeah, just my personal opinion would be that I think the brief covered quite a bit sufficient for the mistakes that were made there, and can further conversation later on. I think going to the tertiary would be the most benefit at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards, because I don't... Go ahead, Ro. Do you have a
Just a
comment?
quick one. When you're saying tertiary, are you saying the tertiary objective as in destroy all Avengers and linebackers, or destroy the battalion HQ?
Battalion HQ. I mean, I get it would be Avengers and linebackers as a component of that. I was assuming that's aviation's tasking wrapped into it, but yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so ground forces on the secondary objective, and then aviation's on the tertiary.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and other than like, I don't think it will provide any additional training benefit to rerun the southern air defense site at this point. It's really just a matter of them realizing they made the mistake and then correcting it for the future. In that case, it would just be a verification that they did correct that particular mistake.
Okay, all right. Well, if
So
you are good to go with that, I think S2 is ready for that scenario, yeah?
Oh,
Yep,
it's been ready since get-go.
Okay, dope. So I think then probably don't really change any of your kit other than, I guess, what we needed to do. We can go get in.
The idea was just to go straight there. All right. We'll just walk up there.
Okay.
I'll meet you there. All right. Everyone.
Are you gonna push to the factory, or what was your plan for an LZ?
I didn't have one.
Okay.
I told Hawkins that I could do whatever he wanted in terms of dropping people off. Though I think he was wanting the most confined space one.
I mean, so I can push directly to knife. There's like a clearing on that southwest side.
Yeah, my understanding was that if he wanted knife, he wanted everybody at knife.
Yeah, so that's my thing, is I don't want to push there and not have you.
Yes, which is where I still need to do the SHORAD cleanup before we can push in.
Okay.
Get off my fucking group!
Radio check 90.
Living Charlie 90.
Solid copy. Sorry about not having SATCOM set up. I normally would have done that, but I was in such a hurry because I didn't set my aircraft aircraft radius or infill?
Yep, all good. I was just calling you on 90, and then I realized it's like, oh, he's not responding. He probably can't hear me.
When you're ready, do you wanna, we can push to 1-1-1 Alpha, kind of roughly where we were holding before, and then you can hop and do your cleanup?
Yay, firm. I'll probably adjust to the south just to put in my own debriefing points into effect. You guys have permission.
Hey, this
board.
is Hades 1, yeah?
That's indeed the case.
I'm just gonna, I'll fly out to about there, and then, well, fuck it, I could probably fly there now. You would beat me, or you would, time.
Leroy spooling.
Shannon, radio check, over.
Yeah, good check on 2-3.
Copy all, thank you.
Leroy's ready to go.
On set.
Yeah, I can't really tell. To verify that it's working, if you like, if you just hold the buttons down.
Form number 2.
Check also. Kane or Shannon on mic? Not sure who.
Shannon, copy, send.
Somebody's on mic. It's Kane. Kane, on mic.
King? Hello?
Yep, there you go.
It's me?
I think so.
Be advised, we're just returning to approximately the 1-1 Alpha mark, and he's going to pop up and do his shore checks before we push.
Solid copy, hold, I'll confirm drop off LZ.
Okay, you could work that, and if you want both aircraft the same, or you the shore end.
Hey, firm, I'll get with you. All stations be advised, Ground Force Commander requesting both aircraft drop at Haiti 6-1 Alpha to the south of AP Knife.
Leroy copies 86-1 Alpha, south of AP Knife.
Rejoining. 9 o'clock.
Roger.
I assume your line is discipline maximum distance.
Yay, firm. I'm probably going to go out of range for this, the Leroy 3-1 Bravo marker, but I'm thinking I can worry about it afterwards. I'll deal with the south side of the AO first.
Ideally, if you can get ISR onto the battalion HQ and check for defenses there,
Yeah, should be able to. It just depends on how long we want to delay the insert.
I'm fine to send it whenever I'm not super concerned.
I do have 2 strikers at the southern pier visible 3.5 clicks off 2 or 3 o'clock.
Say strikers?
Or not strikers. What are they? The APCs, whichever ones they're using.
113?
Yeah, that very different from a striker.
Okay, he gave minor heart attack.
Stuka said strikers are for some reason. It's just in my head. Or rather, call sign Stuka said strikers earlier. Visible in the
One
southern
visible,
battery.
2 by M113s on the dock or Oh yeah, you'll probably want to
Say,
check
get
that
last
for,
visible 2 by what?
M113s.
I'm getting spiked from that position.
Solid copy.
From a base of around to the east. Just
If you have a better LZ in mind, go ahead and send that. I can push it to the task force commander.
Copy, Nemesis, that's referring to the dock on the peninsula to the southwest. Right next to it. So Leroy is spiked by anti-air.
I suspect it might be lingering stuff from the break southern site. I don't know if they're still gonna. There's some issue with it, but I am getting spiked out here. Alternative option is just we push direct for the LZ and work it with less risk to infantry on board.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably better.
Yeah, just because I don't know what is pinging me, but I don't feel comfortable popping from here. I think I need to change angles entirely and run to the northwest somewhere and try and figure out what this is. But I don't feel comfortable doing it from wave top. You want to just do a direct push for 6-1 Alpha and just understand we're going to be confined with it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll follow you with number 2. I'm offset about 20 seconds, I think.
Number 2, offset 20 seconds. I am pushing up.
I'm going to push in closer to the shore for a speed.
Yeah, pawn, I'm also receiving that spike now. 10 o'clock.
You want to pass the Nemesis?
Nemesis, pawn, be advised, we are spike 12 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Back, remains from the southern air defense site.
Solid copy, spikes 12 o'clock.
Be advised, we are pushing for the primary LZ at this time. SHORAD has not been neutralized due to the unknown nature of the threat of the spike. Over.
Solid copy, SHORAD still up, unknown spikes, pushing LZ.
I'm rejoining offshore from OTC.
Roger, no visual yet. I have you on ATAC. I am spike clear at this time, crossing past resistance at this point.
Yeah, I'm still spiked 9 o'clock.
Roger.
I would concur that it's coming off the southern air defense site now.
Roger. I just picked up the spike 9 o'clock, lost behind terrain, I'm good. Reacquired spike 9 o'clock, again confirming southern air defense site. Visual on you, behind you about 10 seconds.
Copy. I'm 100.
Roger, 100, I'm doing 113 at the moment.
Nemesis, pawn flight, 30 seconds.
Hey, firm, 30 seconds.
Caution, active lighthouse on the shore.
Yeah, Roger. I'm clear of the spike this time.
Havoc. Cutting across the peninsula, pushing in straight. Break, be advised, Stinger launch top of the main tower.
Stinger launch or just launcher?
Launcher. No launch, flaring. Caution, pipes. On, go, go, go.
Pawn left.
Whoa. Go right. Off right. Go right.
Smoke.
Leroy's in hard.
Copy, I'm up. Evaded 1 time.
Why is the aircraft rolling?
Nemesis, Leroy in hard.
Solid copy, Leroy's in hard.
Leroy, pawn, are you in the assault, or should I come get you?
You can come get me. I'm providing self-aid at the moment.
Smoke! Pawn's hit, smoke, I'm waving off.
You get hurt?
Yeah, I've just fucked up my leg.
Actually, pawn, mayday, I am in the ocean.
Nemesis, Leroy, be advised, your entire component of air support is out at this time.
Solid copy, we lost all aircraft.
Helicopter is transmitting in the blind on 80 because my other radio is on 95. Break. My launches were northeast, possibly off the adjacent island.
I've got you on 95.
Yeah, copy. I can't switch this radio because this is my short range and it's on 95.
I don't think there's a boat anywhere around here that I can come get you.
Northwest, back to the closest peninsula. Wounded, but otherwise alright.
Yeah, Raj. My helicopter is short a main rotor, I think, which is going to make recovery difficult or impossible.
Copy. I got hit by 2 missiles, lost engine power, and had to auto into the water. I think I got illuminated by the lighthouse.
Yeah, I think that tower being where it was probably should have called an abort for us on that LZ.
I have about a 1K swim.
Don't imagine there is jack shit I can do about that. Methinks not. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, well. Nemesis, Leroy.
Yeah, send for Nemesis, Leroy.
At this time, we have no viable means of extraction. I suspect you guys may be wanting to consider another mission abort and E&E, because I don't believe we are going to be able to sustain this assault without any air cover or extraction. Are you guys in here? Are you guys on top of the building?
Solid copy. We're on the roof, trying to figure out where to E&E to.
Friendly, friendly, friendly.
Yep. Go ahead and just join on me.
Okay.
Did you set demo on Leroy at all?
No, but I probably should in this situation, huh?
Yeah. I'm thinking we're gonna move northeast and then up north, and try and
You mean
get
northwest? Northeast is just ocean.
Yeah, yeah. Well. Yeah, northwest.
Radio check 2-2.
Charlie 2-2. Alright, on me, just a column north, or correction east.
Be advised, I'm waiting for a Leroy pilot.
Copy, we're moving to AP knife.
Be Bowden and I are staying behind, okay?
Oh. What's the issue here? What we're waiting for?
I'm planning demo on the aircraft.
Copy. Go ahead and meet us at EP Knife as soon as you're able.
Timer set, 2 minutes, Mark.
Copy.
Yeah, with you.
Okay. Copy. Right behind you.
We have the pilot headed to you.
Everyone who's here trying to
Yeah,
pick
going
up a
northeast,
spot for
northeast.
now. So all 6 is able to reconnoiter.
Copy. Hey, 1 did get like ambushed on their way back, so I'm just gonna make sure they're all good as well. Audible on Vix moving around to our north. You can remove your tourniquet.
Can you look me over when you have a second, bro?
Yep, 2 seconds. Alright, thanks, Doc.
Okay, I'm got you. Taking the rear.
Reed, come back to me. Yeah, you're good. Okay. What's up, Hunt? Do you just need some wrapping?
No, I'm fine. I don't know if I have a fucking broken leg or anything.
Oh, I'll have another look.
Behind us?
It's just a little brew. You'll be fine.
Okay, alright.
No break, you're fine. If we get a sec, I'm gonna wrap your clotted wounds.
Alright, 6, let's continue movement over to AP Knife. We'll collect some buildings to the north. 1, go ahead and
I guess we're moving this way. Affirmative.
That was Hero.
Contacts north-northwest.
Contacts north-northwest. Red, rated north-northwest.
Hey, I'm just conducting that by myself.
Yeah, that's the flank around straight north, drag outs.
Everyone, I heard you fucking...
Prerogative, do we have any...
Hawkins?
Yeah.
You upstairs?
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
for training value, we're gonna just teleport both pilots back, and we'll continue with that as just a debriefing point. Assume that you still have air support, or that it'll be back up in short order.
Copy. Alright.
So you can continue your primary tasking on this target.
What
Do we
the
know?
bloody hell?
Do we know what was causing the spike?
I got engaged, so I was in the bay to the
Well,
south.
I know
got
you.
engaged.
I'm still at what was causing the spike from the remnant AA position, which is what caused me to try and abort.
Are you okay if I log in as admin? Ow!
Good job.
That was my fault.
Yep.
I'm gonna. You want me to log as admin and look myself? Is that what you want me to do?
No, I was just curious if you knew. We can debrief it afterwards.
Well, I'm gonna heal myself now. Ah. Oh wow. Ow, that fucked me up.
Don't get run over by a truck.
Yep, what'd you need, Brisky?
Can you fix me? I got run over by.
He ran himself over by a truck.
You are fixed.
Boyle, do we know what would be causing a fucking radar spike from the southern objective when we are 5-6 clicks out?
Best thing I can guess was probably those Avengers.
Okay. So this is, I mean, I guess it's good that we're learning how to work around them, but this was my concern, Brisky, with using them for this, is because we don't know.
The Avengers? You mean the linebackers?
No.
Neither of those has radar. I think.
Incorrect.
Oh, good. My testing was wrong. That's fascinating.
The Avenger appears to have a radar. It has emissions that I can turn off.
Nope, don't turn it off. I'm just...
No, I'm just saying, like, that's
Got it.
how I know it's got a
so
radar.
then we... Wait, but that's not from the Southern Air Defense side if it's an Avenger.
Southern Air Defense site? No, that's from the one on the other island.
That's what I thought.
So my transport, what am I doing?
I don't know. What do you want to be doing?
That's not what I'm doing. Alright, I'm lost for purpose right now.
Me too. I need to get up and see if I can kill some things, or if I'm gonna get shot down and learn the range. But I mean, we'll probably need transport, or they will probably need transport.
But you're a multi-pilot.
Yeah, just get a transport and do ISR.
I'm overthinking this. I'm getting an MA6.
Yeah, great.
It was such a strange series of events that I don't know what. Which is not a common occurrence where I'm completely frazzled and lost.
I'm now on laser code Echo from my airframe.
How many do you have?
Foxtrot.
Don't lose any more aircraft.
That would be the idea.
You're gonna have to start, like, dual piloting at night, and you're gonna have to use mine where I can hit the other laser codes, so second digit, third digit.
I told Hawkins before I left to just continue as if they will have air support, so...
Okay, pawn lifting skids up, southbound.
Okay, so, our main errors were not aborting when there was a prime threat to the LZ on approach, and then not getting sufficient masking or standoff from the LZ at the point that we were hard compromised from what we knew would be at least short-range air defenses in the AO, right?
Yeah, so I took a... it was like a Stinger, you know, like they have Igla pods, there's also a Stinger pod?
Yeah.
I got hit by a Stinger pod that was on top of the tower, which I thought couldn't shoot me if I was below it. Apparently that's wrong as well.
Yeah, I think it's just an Igla thing.
Okay, but my thought was I was close enough to the LZ that I was committed, and if I continued pushing with speed as I did, that I would be fine. And I was flying to the LZ.
I was not. That's why I think you should have called an abort for the LZ, though. Because it's not safe to continue both air... Like, we literally... there's no two ways around that. I got point-blanked in the face by that secondary, so...
It was the Igla, it wasn't an RPG, because it looked to me like it was an RPG.
It came from the correct side of the tower that it could have been either.
No. Yeah. I was just in a weird spot on short final where I was like, I was committed. So, like, to abort at that point, it's like aborting with half on the ground. Maybe that still could have been salvageable, it's just not, like, ideal.
I mean, it's more ideal than losing your only other aircraft, right?
So you're saying I should have continued and you should have aborted?
I'm saying that you should have given the abort call for the LZ as a whole, and then you can do what you want with your aircraft. I'm just trying to debrief how we so completely and utterly fucked up that south one. That's point number one that I could tell. And then point number two, I presume, was an improper exfil route and not getting sufficient standoff for you, which is why you got shot down.
Oh yeah, I exfilled southeast instead of southwest, so I went out beyond the bay on the east side and got exposed to the east of the island.
Was that just task saturation or pilot disorientation, or what was that then?
Yeah, that was task saturation because you were getting shot down, so I was trying to work that problem, and I should have exfilled first.
Yeah. Step one, fly the aircraft. Okay, that's a good note.
Alright.
Okay, well, I'm in experimentation mode now for this set of systems, so I'm going to just pop back from the side that we originally did, and if I get shot down from here, then we'll know that their minimum range is more than 5 clicks.
Oh. So what I would do is look for Leroy 3-1 Bravo. There should be a second launcher somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah, from that's my intent. I'm looking now. I'm also resetting up 9.5.
Pop down here.
I'm also resetting up 9.5.
Oh, that's, you know. Back on 90 long range.
Gotcha. I'm at 3,000 MSL, so I'll probably keep you for a while.
And hacker. Okay. I am established.
I've got the second target. It's just an annoying trajectory. I don't know if I can...
How inconsiderate of whoever placed it.
Uh-huh, how dare they? Or is that just the strikers? I don't know. I think they're down the fucking strikers. I'm doing that again. Okay, well, I'm getting spiked now from 2 separate locations. East and south. It, to me, looks like it's both of the long-range AA sites.
There's no way you can be spiked east. East is through a mountain.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting spiked from ground level from that direction anyway. Earlier. I suspect something fucky is going on with the radar, but I can't necessarily be sure.
We have visual of the second Avenger south side, south central part of town.
Oop, I've got a missile launch. Missile, missile, missile. Yep, and I'm going down.
That's coming off the southern Patriot battery.
Cool, alright. Yeah, I'm just getting smoked by shit. I'm also getting smoked by the northern Patriot battery.
I am popped high enough to, I actively am looking at the Patriot launcher still tracking. So, oh, you know what's happening? Painted by something else and it's getting data linked?
Is that would make sense.
That would be a thing that would happen.
So that's then failure to adapt the plan to other radar assets that are on there, and us just not being familiar with the fucking setup of the systems. you still hear me?
Yep.
I'm back at base now again.
Are you on? I assume you're on 90.
Yeah, affirm.
Yeah, I was staring directly at the Patriot site, and I just watched like 8 missiles come out of it. So, you know.
Okay, so what else has a radar that is out and about down there?
Just the Avengers, so the tracked ones that are at the company headquarters.
So realistically, per the intel brief, we couldn't have it. The tactic of destroy the radars is ineffective. Per the intel brief, we would have to actually destroy the launchers themselves if we have anything else that is radar linked in the AO. Yeah?
I guess, but that comes down to my understanding was that when I tested it, the Avengers didn't show a radar. So, this one's on me. They're attempting to call us, but I'm on the beach.
Hello?
Sorry, I'm still here.
Oh, that's convenient.
What do you need?
Would you just... I think we've learned what we can learn from this now. Will you just remove the fucking Patriots so that I can...
On the plus side, I'm at...
Patriots or
no, the Patriots. I got destroyed by all of the Patriots that are still on
staring
the,
directly at
on
the
the
Patriot
island.
battery, and it hasn't shot. Because
That's...
I presume it's out of...
Okay.
Our best guess is that the other thing that you said has a radar is data linking to the Patriots, its radar information, and then shooting at you that way.
That would make sense.
Yep, that's what we concluded. So the big training takeaway from this is if we have anything, if the enemy has data link capability, if we have anything else that has a radar, then destroy the radar is not an acceptable tactic. We have to destroy the launchers.
Okay. Does Brewski need anything? Or
he's fine. I just need to get back up in my fucking like 6th airframe or whatever for the night.
Yeah, I would recommend you do it quick with firepower.
Yep. Okay. Cool. There's a vehicle in the way, and the vehicle I think is Boyle.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Should be good.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I've pulled the aircraft Foxtrot, and I'm getting ready to get back up.
All right. There's an Avenger at Mike 0 near your previous Leroy 31 Bravo mark if you want to engage that.
Cool. I've asked Boyle to remove all of the Patriots so that we don't have that problem again.
Also, realistically, don't think real life that those systems would cross-communicate with each other. But Arma.
I don't know. I think there's a good chance that it might. What is it? The fucking... It's not Aegis. Or maybe it is. Is it Aegis? I'm pretty sure that a lot of them interlink.
Yeah, but in real life, the Humvee Avenger is it's a 4-wheel vehicle with 2 Stingers and fucking a machine gun. Or 8 Stingers and a machine gun. It's not that big of a...
Yeah, but that's the big threat profile of the U.S.'s missile system is that it's any spotter, any decider, any shooter. So it all interconnects, it all links up. So it doesn't matter what it is, where it is, or how low tech it is. It all links into the same system.
Goddamn modern data link, I hate it here.
Do you have comms with Nemesis?
I can't get close enough to get comms with Nemesis because the Avengers or the Eagles will shoot me down.
Cool. Well, they said they're calling for us, apparently. I don't know if you want to monitor 8-5.
I mean, I'm way out west. I can try and push closer, but I haven't pushed log,
I think they're going to get their shit kicked in from their QRFs that are popping up about now.
The best I could hope for is trying to ferry them out by team or by element.
Yeah, like I said, we just need to establish comms in some way. Do you want to sign into 8-5 SATCOM and see if they're there? Just to monitor?
I'm in range down here. Nemesis Snickers, radio check 80.
Leroy radio check 85 SATCOM. I've called him on SATCOM, I've got nothing there. Oh, I've done the dumb again.
Nemesis Snickers, radio check 80. Yeah, I've got nothing heard.
Can you mark the second Avenger that's near 3-1 Bravo?
Nemesis around in an AP9. We're locked in by shore end. We are continuing to work the problem. Leroy Chris 90.
Go. This is Leroy on 90, send it.
Be advised, they are still at the AP. Reports they are completely surrounded. Frank, Nemesis, SATCOM is 85, channel 85 for air-to-ground SATCOM, over. Also, be advised, visual, Frank, Eastern Island, marker Mike 1 by Avenger on the hilltop looking west.
Nemesis Leroy 85.
Leroy Chris on 90.
Go.
Be advised, dodged 2 times missiles. Did you copy my mark? Mike 1, Eastern Island, 094039 or 1 by Avenger.
Roger, do we have any SHORAD that's at the southern air defense site still?
I was unable to see if there's anything there. It's just linebackers.
I'm still not familiar with the threat profile of those.
Bradley autocannon with stingers.
Roger. Southern defense side is down.
Nemesis Icarus radio check.
Got you, Lima Charlie on 80.
Roger, solid copy, Nemesis. I'm tucked in a hill in the bay about 2 kilometers southwest. Break, currently 1 by Avenger on the eastern island, preventing us from pushing in closer. Leroy is cleaning up southern air defense time now.
Solid copy, cleaning up southern air defense. We're doing what we can to hold this AP, bro.
Nemesis Leroy 80.
Southbound.
Nemesis Leroy 80.
Send.
Be Be advised, I have 4 times Novembers and 4 times kilos on board if you need to GBL anything from your current position.
Solid copy. I will keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, they're in the shit. I can fucking hear it over his radio. That's great.
Missile from the east. Second one.
Right.
Third one.
Are you in the water?
Fourth one. Nope. Might be after that. Fourth one. Fifth one. I'm gonna be out of flares.
You said it's from the east. I have no joy. It's coming off the air defense side if that's what it's coming off. Leroy, are you dead?
Did you die, Hart?
Yep, again. For the fucking 11th time.
Do you want me to just get rid of those
No,
launchers
I
so
mean,
we can-
I
Okay.
think that's it at this point. I mean, I've gone through literally every single laser code on the aircraft for deconfliction. I think that's more than sufficient to call it, especially if everybody else is getting their shit kicked in.
Okay.
Shit.
Do you want me to just teleport him back or what?
I don't know. Wherever they get their training value at this point, I mean, I'd let them fight it until
they are in a single building that is like on the verge of being overrun. They've had multiple enemies breach it, and they're hanging on by a thread.
Okay, well, I mean, let them hold it until they can, I guess. You're having more and more people pop in behind us, so I suspect we'll have the team reconsolidated in relatively short order.
Maybe Sukas might be trying to get an extract, although I have some doubts about that.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see what they can manage.
Okay.
Give them 5-6 minutes. Was that Hawkins?
Yeah, that's me.
Yep.
I was covering the one door, and then I transitioned to the other door, and there was literally an enemy standing next to it. And I was like, oh, that's not us. And then he shot me.
I was with Connors, and I went to the building, like on the northern side, and I tried to take a window because I heard there was like contacts north, and I just took a round straight through the window. I sat unconscious for like 5 minutes.
I took a GL to the face. I'm surprised I lived as long as I did.
I got fucked up.
By the way, what happened to Leroy possibly coming back in?
Yeah, funny story. I tried repeatedly. It didn't happen.
Oh, what happened?
We learned a lot. Wait one.
Actually, just can wait for a debrief if you want.
Yeah, just U.S. infrastructure is deadly. That's the main takeaway from the whole thing.
All right, fair enough.
The short answer is there's something. I was going to say this for debrief, but just the quick 2-second version is something else has a radar and everything's fucking data linked together. So it doesn't matter that you destroyed the radar at the main air defense sites. They're able to share the radar information and still smoke you with the Patriot.
Yeah, that's how Patriot works. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought we would assume that both of those were disabled. but I guess not.
I mean, it's not, no, not those radars. The fucking, I think Avengers or something else had a radar. A different system had a integrated radar that was,
Well,
a SHORAD battery has had a radar, from what I understand.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
that
my
it
God.
technically can connect with other systems, so.
Do we even get close to the compound? I feel like we pushed up to the compound, just got pushed back, and
Well, the understanding was that aviation was donezo, so we were about to attempt to escape and evade. And that's why it pushed us back to AP Knife. And then, right as I was about to initiate us escaping and evading, I was told aviation would be coming back in. So I was like, okay, we'll Alamo here for a couple minutes while aviation comes back. And then aviation had issues, unfortunately, and they never came back. And so it became an actual Alamo.
Literally.
Else I would have, if I knew aviation wasn't coming back, at least in the way I thought they were going to, I would have continued escape and evasion
we should
before
have
it became
still did
untenable.
evasion. Even if like air was coming back, we should have still evaded because it was just too risky doing an Alamo there. We could have just made a new LZ to get out of there.
Yeah, it might have been. Well, also an AP, an armored vehicle rolled up in front of us, and
Is anyone still there? What are they up to?
I think Ro
dying.
is on 8-0 attempting to call in Brewski.
Cool. All right. Is he the only one who's left, or who else left?
He's the only one left conscious.
Cool.
Oh shit.
We'll let him play it out.
yeah, he's probably having some fun right now. If he seems incredibly frustrated, go ahead and let me know. Is Brewski hearing this at all, or no?
I have
It
no idea.
entirely depends on his masking, because all of the SHORAD threat is still up. So.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Stugas.
I assume
Hey, how
that's
you
not
doing?
going to work because there's a fucking Stinger, like, launcher thing, kind of like similar to the Igla launcher thing.
Yeah,
on
it's
top
up on
of
the cargo
the
tower. You did
on top
kill
of the
that,
tower.
though.
Oh, okay. Well, then he should be able to get in there at least. Get out.
That's a funny thought.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
there's another SHORAD battery that's like a click offset to the east. He can make
Brewski's
it. Oh,
going.
he's going for it.
I'm also hearing the SHORAD battery try to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad.
Oh yeah.
That was fucking.
The whole thing
sucked.
was terrible.
Yeah.
My hope is that we'll at least have good debriefing points. I know we learned a lot from an aviation standpoint.
Somebody's on the bird?
Yeah, it's Ro.
Ro's on the bird.
No way.
I consider that a mission success.
I don't know. You can call that a
I know,
mission
but-
success.
I absolutely don't call that a mission success. That was so fucking ass.
Yeah.
I don't even think we made it on the compound.
No, we didn't. That
No.
turned out terrible.
Absolutely not.
I'm just gonna get these guys over here just 1 second. Because they're just sitting there being shot by FAMASs, which I feel like is the greatest insult.
No. Yeah. I think it would have been more prudent to assault through the objective.
I'm
and
alive. Alright.
And
Well,
instead
you're
of falling
alive
back
because
to
you're
AP
dead.
knife-
Welcome to the world of the underworld.
Yeah.
We should have
Hey,
initially
how did it
assaulted
sound?
through.
Good,
position
cool.
and
We
then
could tell that shit
invaded
was fucked
after.
when you were calling us towards the end there. Though I didn't get to see much
Shit.
or hear much of it
Yeah.
because I was behind terrain for like 90% of it.
Question by the end there, did you guys run out of ammo?
We
Some of
were
us did.
pulling mags out the bodies.
I was just about out.
There was
Oh.
plenty.
Because one thing that I did here was when you would queue up on a radio channel I wasn't on, I would get like the same. I would like hear your radio end of it and background noise and stuff. So. we may have
What
to look
channel were you
into
hearing that on?
It wasn't a channel. It was when you were
you
keying
could
up
hear
on
it
a different channel that I was not on.
standing next to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, your sound settings definitely came through more than I heard Woods in his testing.
But are there still guys that are there? Or?
Yeah, they just
It is
their
just
feet
Ro.
wet,
He
their
is-
wheels up.
He's on the
Do you
way
want to tell
back.
Brewski to just touch down somewhere and
Yeah. Hang on.
you can just teleport into the bird, yeah.
Yep.
Damn it! I was so close. I saw Wood on the floor. I was about to try to grab him and fucking run out with him, and then right on top of his body, I get fucking domed. The whole thing was so blurry too. That was fucking.
Disconnected from ground spike antenna. The lone survivor.
Yeah, so Ro, when's your book coming out?
I'm not a SEAL, I don't write books.
Oh.
You are in the Navy though, so
Yeah, but that's not the same thing.
yeah, no, correct. Alright, well that was a shit show. Hopefully we have a lot to debrief and hopefully we have a lot to learn. I can say that from an aviation standpoint we at least do. I think for the sake of it, I will lead that off because I think that that contributed very significantly to the fucking dissolution of everything else. Main debriefing points for aviation. One, we had at the beginning, trust but verify. The biggest ones that we have tonight is we're used to fighting against Russian systems. We're not used to fighting against US-based systems that we were doing tonight. So a lot of the threat profiles and system integration we're not used to, and that very clearly showed in our poor performance. The main one that bit us in the ass as a whole task force tonight is the fact that non-radar, non-dedicated radars, can we confirm, somebody who actually knows their shit, fucking Powder, can you confirm the Avenger or the other one does have an integrated radar on it, or are we talking crazy?
It's possible, yes.
Okay. At least for the game component, it has an integrated radar. And the main issue being that fucking US equipment and everything is all data linked together. So all well and good that we destroyed, quote unquote, destroyed the radars at the Patriot batteries, but there are other systems in the AO that have radars, and because of the system integration on US systems, the Patriots can use their radars to shoot us, even though they don't have their main radars down. So what that effectively means is if we're fighting against a system like that, the tactic of, hey, just go smoke the radar at the air defense site doesn't work. We have to destroy each of the batteries, otherwise the system remains effective. And so it took us probably about half the mission to realize that through the training component of it from aviation, which resulted in several airframe losses and some other things. The other note that we had, we debriefed this at aviation for our direct push to the LZ. We didn't have a LZ abort call at the point that we identified. We did identify the Igla tower that was looking, or the Stinger tower that was looking directly at the LZ on approach, but we didn't call an LZ abort at that point, which is an error on our part, which led to the loss of the aircraft. And then due to that, we had task saturation and just general disorientation from the remaining aircraft, which caused him to exfil the exactly wrong direction into the pre-established SHORAD air defense network, which lost our second aircraft. And then the final error of the evening at the point that we got aircraft back up and going, I'm going to say is probably an intel component. Failure, not from the intel team, but just from the marking team, in that we don't have any of the actual SHORAD locations marked on intel. We don't know where they are at all, which led to general lack of situational awareness on the clearing process. And then I made a pilot error mistake when I heard that you guys were getting overrun with contact, and I pushed in more directly across the center, or not the center, but sort of the bottom half of this peninsula, to try and get line of sight on you guys to try and assist, which caused me, I believe, to be engaged by one of the short-range batteries that I was inside of range from the north. I dodged, I think, 6 missiles and got nailed on the 7th. And so there's just not anything really I could do about that other than properly clear the threat area. So all in all, the main takeaways are, if it's an integrated site with data link sharing, then launchers have to be taken care of rather than just detectors. And then if we're planning to operate this deep into an enemy area like this, we need a very clear understanding of the short-range air defense and a much better plan for working through those in order, in a way of clearing up the AO, and not having to do that while friendly forces are exposed, which is, again, a call that we made from our side that was incorrect. So, a shit show from our end, but a lot to learn. So that's good at least. And if you're not making mistakes during training, then the training isn't hard enough. So, that's it from me.
I'll go to me. I think one big mistake we made here today was equipment. We prepared ourselves properly for the first part where we were assaulting, gathering the fucking air defense sites. We appropriately prepared ourselves for that, but we should have put additional equipment onto the helos to successfully transition to a rating of a battalion HQ. We had no light AT to deal with the APCs in the area or any of the river boats that we might have encountered in the future. And I think that was one mistake. And also, we didn't bring any 40s to assist in violence of action and fire superiority. Beyond that, I believe it was some decision paralysis on my own. Once the aviation went down, escape and evasion was suggested, and instead of just continuing with that entirely, after being told that aviation would be coming back, I decided to just stay in Alamo up for a bit, and waiting on that to have fire support. But instead of that, I probably should have marched us up forward, began insulting the objective at the very least, so that we would have an escape route, as we had to essentially go through them anyways in order to get out of there if we wanted to escape and evade, or if we wanted to accomplish the mission. And my hesitation and slowness in making that kind of decision definitely was a major factor in us getting surrounded, pounded in the ass and in the nuts at the same time, and all but Roe dying. So definitely need to improve on both of those from a planning and decision leadership standpoint. Beyond that, I felt communication between elements was mostly good. There was some missed calls. There was some slow to step up, but I think that was mostly because it wasn't thoroughly explained that that's a immediate responsibility for the 2IC for Element 1. I think that was the main issue there, was that he just didn't understand, and we didn't clearly explain to him that responsibility beforehand. But once we told him to, he immediately jumped up and started taking command. unfortunately didn't have a lot of time to prove himself because Faulkner would get back up both of those times pretty quickly, or the second time, I believe he actually went down before he was able to do anything meaningful with his command of it, the element. But I believe he tried his best there in the short time that he had. And that's kind of all I can read off of what we did there. That I think is useful to discuss from my perspective. Anything from one, Falconer?
No, I believe you covered that pretty extensively.
Copy. Any sustains improves for yourselves?
I got one.
Okay.
Probably not setting a full 360 security. We were like super set on, I think it was like the southeast side, if I'm remembering correctly, but generally the cardinal direction where we were hearing the tracks and looking at the objective from. But there was no security on the backside where there's this gigantic fucking mountain that, like, me personally, if I was assaulting those buildings, I would sit there and just like absolutely destroy all of us, which happened. And then I think that caused a lot of us to go down. Then we got basically pinched in there, and then we got completely surrounded because we failed to like do a full 360 security because we like got fucking straw eyes onto the objective.
Copy, King. Ro, you had something?
Yeah, I would like to try and understand how they managed to just walk up within, like, before we actually got surrounded. They just walked up to the compound. They didn't even, no one saw them. It was...
Are you talking about the first time when they got right up
yeah.
at the gate?
Yeah, when they... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How did that happen? Because that was the biggest contributor to what happened.
So,
Yeah.
if
Go ahead, bro.
if you open up your maps real quick, so you guys were pinned down over here by AP Knife. One of the M113s came down the MSR and went over here and deployed troops. You dealt with that mostly. The second one went around back, came up over here, back by where the helicopter was downed, unloaded its infantry, and marched up on you from the south.
I see. Okay. Well, I understand that. Now I know how that happened. But Hawkins, I would like you to understand that that is probably the biggest contributor to the fact that we got surrounded, because that then led us to have a incredibly significant casualty. Powder had a hemothorax that there is nothing I can do apart from sustain him, which I wasn't able to after a certain point because I ran out of all of my equipment. And then from that point, we then, that's when it then just devolves after that. So it's all fair and well you saying all of that, but that's the biggest thing right there. So I'm not going to say any more, but I need you to understand that's what happened.
Yeah, no, I understood where it became went from slow decision making being the problem to there was no decisions to make at that point in a sense. Just too many sustained casualties, one after the other, and then we were surrounded already.
Yep.
Okay.
I think Bruce got a comment after mine.
Yep, go ahead, Brewski. You're muted if you're talking.
Hello?
Yep.
There you go.
Not relevant at this level. A general comment at the end. Let the rest of the
Copy. All right, Falconer, back to your personal improved sustains.
Probably shouldn't have stopped the actual push to the HQ itself. That got us held up there for quite a while. Got wood hurt, had to limp all the way back. And apparently he made it back, and I was still under the impression that he was making his way back, which caused all sorts of delays.
Copy. Any sustains for tonight?
Well, I mean, they did what I told them when I told them to, so that was good. They held security in the directions I pointed them at. They killed the enemy. They managed to find an AT-4, which was helpful.
All right, Ro, saw anything medical?
Anything medical?
Anything medical?
Yeah, so some sustains for myself. I think I did pretty well with casualty prioritization, but then with communication about said casualties, both on ElementNet and then on SARCnet. I felt that my communication between like on SARCnet and then back up to you about the other element was good as well. But then I need to improve on my task saturation on difficult casualties, because on Powder, he was like I say, he was about as complex as you can get for a casualty, and after a certain amount of time, he was no longer improving, and I got so just not confused, just overwhelmed with the fact that he just wasn't improving to anything I was doing. That I just then started making mistake after mistake after mistake. None of my mistakes directly contributed to his death, but they definitely weren't helping. So yeah, I definitely got very task saturated there. I guess a sustain for myself would be my E&E component at the very end there. But I know Wood has a very important improve that he would like to touch on that he can't wait to touch on. So I'll leave that to him.
Go ahead, Wood.
Yeah.
It's medical still.
I can't. Yeah. Check who you're applying morphine to. Not morphine, ketamine to. Also, stop calling ketamine morphine because I did that like 10 times. Yeah, I accidentally applied it to myself instead of the casualty. That was not cool. And I suddenly, I suddenly felt really nauseous, and I was like, wait, yeah, that makes
Congrats
sense.
on microdosing yourself in op.
I don't know that was a micro dose. That was a regular dose.
And then potato.
I would just like a sorry, Powder, your comment.
Continue on. It's
okay.
Different.
Just a general improve for the task force is, remember what comes first before SARC aid is buddy aid. You cannot be pulling SARCs away from very important casualties for what is essentially a minimal that will get up by themselves. Does everyone understand what a minimal casualty is? If not, I'll send you a message about what that is. But please, I'll send you a message afterwards.
For the sake of everybody, run through it in 20 seconds or less.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, minimal is essentially where they have been bruised or they've been bandaged and they're essentially, for all intents and purposes, they're fighting fit. Delayed is when you're walking wounded, and then immediate is a casualty who is currently unconscious. That when we're talking about casualties, that's what we say. We say minimal, delayed, or immediate. That's my 20-second spiel.
Cool.
But I need you to, when you look at a casualty, buddy aid first. Just immediately call for a SARC because that's your instant response, and that they need medical attention. Because harped on that point enough, but you guys know better than that. Cool. And then that is it for medical.
Especially with ACM, where you have a high probability that you can get them up on your own. Try and get them up first and call for a SARC. At the TCCC stages where we tell you need to call for a SARC based on certain criteria.
Yes. Yeah. Falcon, I think very important for you there because I believe you just called for a SARC straight away. When you had a casualty, when you were pushing outside the compound, and you did not need that.
You had like 3 casualties at that point.
When Wood got pulled away, it was 1 immediate. That's what was called over the radio. And that's what he responded to. And he called over the radio to me and said, "Oh, it was a minimal. He's up again."
All right.
So, yeah. But sorry. That's everything for medical now.
All right. Moving on. Soxby Stukas. Anything worth talking about tonight?
None for this level.
Copy. All right. I believe that brings it to the floor. So put your CRQs in chat.
Sorry, Hawkins. I just got one thing from Zeus' perspective.
Oh, sure. Yep.
If you guys are taking fire from multiple directions and you're wounded and everything, get into a building. A wall is not cover if you're being shot from 360. Get into cover. There saw a couple times where people were still out in the open while bullets were raining down on them from every direction. Get into cover. It will keep you alive. Yeah, just wanted to address that.
Good note.
Okay. I saw King's question first.
Yeah, I just realized I've been an absolute asshole, and I've been talking before it was open before, so that's my bad. But the question was like for aviation guys, or I guess also the SOXB, like what was the plan if aviation actually survived? How would you conduct CAS in that environment where we have guys within 100 meters? Because I know how we work in this. It's like there's no 9-line or detailed correlation onto a target.
I mean, there can be, but we
Okay.
don't.
Very carefully.
Hopefully you guys don't get into that position where you're surrounded. But if you are surrounded, then I mean, that is going to be absolutely the JTAC is going to control that because especially where we're offset, I don't have good SA for you. The ability for us to operate as an independent maneuver force outside of your sort of zone of control is entirely dependent on our situational awareness and proximity to the task force. And if you're specifically talking about the point in which you are surrounded, there's not really a good world in which I can work that problem without the SOXB helping me.
Gotcha.
Does that answer your question, or are you
Yes.
talking for the overall AO? Just towards the end there, is that okay?
No, that answers it. Thanks.
Okay, cool.
I believe I saw Powder next.
Oh yeah, so I kind of kept my mouth shut during the planning because I wasn't sure how deep the data link went, but I personally am pleasantly surprised to see that the data link is that effective. It obviously was not great tonight in terms of mission success, but I will say for what we are up against, we still did tremendously well because a target like this would have EW support, pet shots, decoys, all that kind of stuff. And the fact that we took it on with some helicopters and some dudes is still pretty impressive. So this target would be one of those priority, like, joint task force to kind of take on things, especially with this, how they integrated the data link between all these systems.
Copy. Appreciate the insight, Powder. And then I believe Brewski was the last one that offered a comment or question.
Yes. Just tagging on to a comment again to Roe with the E&E and to anyone else who ends up in an E&E situation. Good props to signing on to 8-0 to get more help.
Yeah.
If you are ever in that situation, and if you have a spare radio or you have a second, you might as well throw it on 80 because if you know that we're in the area, I will come through hell and high water to do whatever I can to come get you out. So that's not just, SOXB. If it's an emergency and you need to get on 80, chain of command on 80 is absolutely a thing. But if it's an emergency, call it up and we can try and work and helping you out. So mad props to Roe for the E&E. Also, just an addendum on the danger close surround. We can get missions effects like up to walls like adjacent to you as long as they're in enough cover. So,
yeah,
Captain.
I mean, it's unrelated to this. It's after.
Oh, yeah. We can get guns or other munitions like opposite side of like a HESCO wall or a building wall from you as long as you're in enough cover. We have the capability to do that. In a less air defense shitty environment. That's all. All aboard. Good what we could.
I'll assume that's the end. Hart, your comment then?
Yeah. I'll go. Does anybody else have anything for this level? I want to sum up some final points, final thoughts.
I believe everyone's good. Go ahead when you're ready.
Aside from the things that we learned primarily that we can work around, the biggest sort of planning and tactical decision area failures do seemingly come down to planning. With when you guys finally combined your whole plan stuff, it looks like we still had a sort of gap in like the phases of the plan. Like as I'm going back and looking at the planning room, it's like Hawkins, you had some posts about some stuff, you had debated some things back and forth. Brewski surmised sort of what the aviation component was going to be for the first chunk of the objectives, and then sort of like a general idea, I think, if that at all, for the battalion HQ thing. And then
I was guessing at that point.
Yeah, and then we had no confirmation and no integrated plan or phases of the plan for that area. Especially apparent that the fact that aviation needed to remove the SHORAD and budgeting time and assets around that was unknown to the entire task force and not pre-briefed and not, gone through on that. Basically the point I'm trying to get across is the failure to fully integrate and publish the full plan as a full start to finish insert actions on exfil, I think led to a significant breakdown. This is a different version of the same plan that Viking has historically run into, which is they do a great job of planning their insert and then they don't plan actions on, right? And they've gotten better at that now, but this is the same thing there. It's like you guys did a solid job coordinating insert for the initial phase. You had a reasonable, okay job coordinating actions on for the second phase, though again, that wasn't rebriefed. And then the third phase, there was basically, you had an assault plan, so you had actions on, but you didn't have insert, you didn't have exfil, you didn't have criteria, go, no-go criteria, you had none of that stuff. So that is, as I see it, the biggest sort of failure going into all of this that could be improved upon. I think, especially with us having TAC maps as a thing now, I think it would be good to have just a AO image that you've published your whole drawn plan on with your phases, with your timetable, the whole thing in advance so that everybody can read it, so that there's not any guesswork or second guessing. And then as we go through an aviation side or a ground side, if fucking PFC King sees something on there that he goes, wait, this doesn't make sense. What are we doing for this part? What are we doing here? They can ask that and you can get that clarity in the planning process. But if it's never combined all together until the actual final brief that, again, didn't happen, that needs to happen, then you miss out a lot of that. Does that all make sense? I know I'm rambling a bit.
Makes sense to me, yes, yeah.
Okay, so I would say that's the biggest thing. Second thing is I just want to, you talked about your own sort of decision paralysis on the target. I just want to draw your attention back to sort of just the fundamentals, which are when you're assaulting an objective, you need containment and isolation, right? And for our purposes, containment and isolation is generally provided by aviation, but not always. Even at the point where I tell you that aviation is coming back, you still have to assess the scenario tactically. I know you know that. But where you're on an island with a battalion of enemy forces on one corner of it with pretty major roadways that have rapid access to you, at least for me, the first question in my mind is who's doing containment and isolation? And if it's not aviation, it has to be us. And if we can't do it, then it doesn't matter if aviation is coming back. Then we still need to E&E. It's the series of if-then statements that allow you to go or no go on an objective. If you don't have containment and isolation, then you can't handle an objective, just like period, right? So I think thinking through though what do I need and what do I have for these objectives, just like those processes, I think will help you in your task saturation, because then you don't have to come up with the answers like, oh, should we this, should we not? It's like you either have this or you have that. Go, no go. It's the greater than 45, greater than 90 degrees of contact. If then, break contact, right? If I don't have containment and isolation for the objective from aviation, then can I establish containment and isolation myself? If the answer is no, and I'm expecting rapid QRFs from battalion-size mechanized infantry forces, then the only plausible option is break contact and escape and evade.
Happy.
Copy that.
I think that's it for me. All up.
Okay. Any last comments, questions from the floor? All right, back over to S2.
If y'all can just give me a mission rating, 1 being the least amount of fun, 10 being the most amount of fun.
Let's add to this if you the amount that you learned tonight as well, because I personally had very little fun but learned a lot. So if you could include that as just a, because it is a training after all, and that is sort of where we're trying to lean towards.
And it won't hurt my feelings because Brewski made the mission.
Wow, I've just been thrown under the bus. Okay, I see how it is.
Technically, I threw you under the SHORAD, but yeah.
Hell, yeah, but your last missile on the way out didn't get me, so fuck you. Would get
Unfortunately, I will not be able to do footage review. I have to go get drinks. I will talk to y'all later.
How dare you, you drunkard?
I might need some fucking drinks out of this
Yeah.
one.
Hey, Brewski, can we look at your fucking blood sugar thing? Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it's stable.
Oh, good. So
But I haven't
less
eaten
stressful
food
than
since lunch.
Legion's op for you, which is
No, it's
saying
because I
something.
haven't eaten food since lunch.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But carry on.
Okay.
Ta-da.
Unless I don't have anything else. I don't know if S1